We had flamethrower, plenty of demolition, plenty of satchel charges, all kinds of grenades, 2 air-cooled machine guns, and the balance were BARs and M1s. And it was our concerted firepower that we were able to shut the slits on these pillboxes and then get the back door blown out and do away with them with a flamethrower. That would burn the oxygen, so anybody in there, you didn't have to burn him. All you had to do was suffocate him. And that's what happened, usually. We were the only division in World War II, Army, Navy, or Army or Marine, who left the United States and we landed on enemy soil. This was unusual. It never had happened before. But we were well prepared, and we went into the Kwajalein Atoll, and my division took care of all the islands in the Kwajalein Atoll. So we went to this island. It was 15 miles long and 6 miles wide, and had 25,000 Japs on it. There was going to be 3 Marine divisions to land there. It turned out that 2 Marine divisions with an Army division in reserve landed. It was the 4th Division, which I was in, and the 2nd Marine Division, plus the 27th Army Division. Now, it was a bad deal to start with. It was a very tight situation. There were supposedly 3,000 Japanese on this island, and 5,000 Marines landed on it. And that island was about 100 acres. So that if you shot in any direction but straight up, you were bound to hit something or somebody. Naturally, there were a lot of people killed by our own fire, friendly fire, and it was pretty tight going for 2 days. It was nasty going on that island. There was many Japs behind you as there was in front of you all the time. It's what they call close order combat, I guess. A long shot was 25 or 30 yards. And we found 90 or so wounded Japanese under grass mats. And of course the flies and maggots were eating them alive. Now, these Japs had been left because the enemy wasn't able to bury their dead and move their wounded back with them. They were probably in as bad a shape or worse shape than we were. They probably didn't have anything to eat. I hadn't had anything to eat now for 13 days, but that was the least of my worries. And so we went into that area and saw what was there, and a few guys came up, and we dispatched this mass of humanity that was laying there. Well, we started up this little road that went under this natural bridge, and just as we started to make a little bend, we walked right into a Jap Nambu machine gun. And the kid that was ahead of me had the BAR Rex G. Adams. He took the full brunt of it up his right side, and it blew him right back on me. We both dropped our weapons, and I got my hands under his arms and started dragging him back. I put a tracer on him, and the machine gun would give him a burst. And we were trying to act like it was a whole half a company, at least of men, so that they wouldn't put on a counterattack on us because there was nobody here. And darn if we didn't make it. And as I was reaching for the last clip of ammunition I had that morning, that's when I got nailed. Apparently a Jap I'd gone by was in a hole in the ground somewhere. And he almost did a job on me, but he bucked his rifle just a little or something. And I'm sure he was shooting at my face because that's all he could see because I was laying down. And the bullet went in it blew the upper hand guard of my rifle up first. And then it went in my finger, my index finger. See, my index hand was underneath, or my left hand was underneath the upper hand guard of my rifle because I had a good hold on it. And then that bullet traveled down through my hand, came out my wrist, and then the same bullet went in my chest. It was a terrible shock to everybody when President Roosevelt died. It sure was, especially to the military. And I felt like most veterans have felt that without a doubt, the dropping of the atomic bombs saved at least 1 million lives or more.